I'm Brian Anderson. Boston with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. And the Magic start out with a ball. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Suggs, no good. Now DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Banchero. Here's Orlando. Suggs, right side. For three, Caldwell Pope. Knocks down the triple.
Well, that's what Caldwell Pope is out there to do. A terrific shooter from three-point land.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Intercepted. Suggs surveys the D. Left side, Caldwell Pope. Here's Sigma. Check by Randall. Shot clock at 5. The Magic need to put one up here. And it's Wagner missing.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Orlando with the ball. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Sigma. Here's Banchero. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Timberwolves ball.
Here's Minnesota. Inside. And Edwards slams it in.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Randle. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Garnett. It's rebounded by Banchero. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker. And getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Now here's Banchero. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Wagner. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
Pass to Garnett. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And the Magic making a change here. Banchero the screen. Kicks it out to Wagner. To the right side. DiVincenzo with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Garnett. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
Well, you always want to play aggressive on the boards, but he was a little too aggressive that time.
Yeah, but I don't mind the guy battling down low. Let him know there's not going to be any easy rebounds.
Orlando leading. Kicks it out to Isaac. Pass to Wagner. 6 to shoot. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Wagner's gotten his second bucket.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Down low. Outside for Randall. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
$20 left in the first quarter. Pass to Suggs. Kicks it out to Wagner. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Garnett. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Mo Wagner.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves ahead. Up. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Outside Edwards. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Isaac.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity. And let me tell you, his intensity is always high. We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Back to Anthony. Knocked loose. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Magic trail by 3. Anthony outside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Isaac. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Edwards gets the bucket.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Three-pointer, Anthony. Orlando again missing. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
And here we go again. The Timberwolves on the break. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And the Magic making a change here. He's made one and missed one so far at the line. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, but it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Well, there's the determination from KCP. He'll go right at you.
To the inside. Pass to Garnett. Nails it from beyond the arc. Garnett's got 8 points in the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
Right wing. Pass to Wagner. There's a screen. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
What concentration there from Wagner. Accepting the contact and still finding a way to capitalize.
First team foul.
Free throw good. Wagner. Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. Randall outside. Clark outside. Clock at 6. Randall can't hit. Magic trail by 8. The three from Suggs. Reed with the rebound. Here's Beal. Here's Randall. McDaniels from long range. Knocks down the long J.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Anthony outside. Puts up a three. Nails it from 3. Anthony's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Beal. He takes it in. Misses from short range. Grant, they could attempt a 2-for-1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
It's Anthony on the take. Stolen by Reed. Clark left side. Pass to Reed. Outside McDaniels. To the paint. Here's Randall. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Randall's got 5 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Minnesota has possession. To the middle. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Oh, at the buzzer. He got it off in time.
That is an incredible shot.
That is a huge 3 for them mentally. You don't want to go into halftime staring at a double-digit deficit.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Down low. Here's Garnett. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he dunks it down.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts, well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
From behind the arc. Man, that's good. Contavious Caldwell-Pope for 3. Give him 8.
Caldwell-Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
Randall on the screen. And stolen by Suggs. And the Magic pushing it up now. Caldwell-Pope for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot?
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 5 points.
Yeah, Anthony is a talented scorer. He understands how to capitalize when he's near the rim.
To the paint. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Banchero left side. To the inside. Caldwell-Pope. He's off on the layup.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Inside. Garnett no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right and you still get a bad result.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Outside McDaniels. Randall on the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Garnett. Fires the 3. And he can't get that one.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Banchero surveys. Banchero goes strong down low.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Here's Wagner. The shot's good. Wagner's got 5.
Yeah, Wagner uses his size to muscle through that smothering interior defense.
Kicks it out to Clark. Out to the right wing. Launches it. Another miss by Minnesota. Magic trail by 6. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And Wagner comes to help. And the call will be against Mo Wagner. That's foul number 2 for him. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
your 407 Sam Steve.
41 seconds left in the third quarter. They double-team Beal. Pass to Şengün. Beal outside. Shot clock at 3. For 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Now here's Suggs. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Suggs has got 6 points.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And so it's Minnesota closing out this. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Fires the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Garnett. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. There's Wagner off the drive. To the wing, right side. Sikma. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
Suggs outside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Misses the 3. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Left side, Caldwell Pope. To the middle. Here's Suggs. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy has hops.
McDaniels from long range. No good there.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
To the paint. Oh!
Wow!
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Pass to Garnett. Outside McDaniels. And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Randall with it. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. Here's Garnett. Blocked! Banchero driving hard. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
DiVincenzo with it. Wagner picks him up. To the inside. Garnett. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Sikma. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
To the wing on the left. 1:41 left in the fourth. Outside for Randall. down low. Here's Garnett. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Pass to Wagner. 4-3. Doesn't go that time. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
For three, Caldwell Pope. The rebound by the Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Edwards is doubled. Here's Garnett. Outside Edwards. Pass to Garnett. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. Here's Edwards. Plenty of space. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. And the Timberwolves lead by 10. And here's Banchero. Back to Suggs. Wagner outside. Banchero the screen. From 8 feet. And Wagner gets it to go. Here's Beal. 24 seconds left in the fourth. And here's McDaniels. Beal outside. Five on the clock. Fires from way outside. It's not going to go for him. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.